In this video, I'll be taking apart a customer's T70 spray gun. They want it cleaned and repaired. One issue that they say they want me to replace this fitting. The only problem is Fuji does not sell those fittings separately. So I think I'll wind up be replacing the whole 2095 cup assembly. So in order to get that off, I take the 3/4 inch and remove this nut right here. Okay, they have taped on here. It looks like a part of the fluid hose. Yeah, with the nipple. I can take that nipple out of there. These are not easy to get off. Basically, you have to cut them off, or if you don't want to cut them, you can heat them up with a hair dryer or something like that, and or stick them in real hot water. Try not to slice my finger doing this. I'll stick it in the vise. There we go. Discard that. Give them a new one. Okay. So, what I'll do is I'll take off this rotating nipple assembly. They're pretty good. I think I'll use the vise to hold this. Got some tool marks on it, so obviously somebody has taken it apart at least once. And I will put this nipple back in so that it doesn't get lost while we're cleaning it. Well, it's in the ultrasonic machine. Okay. Okay, next I'll take the collar off and the fluid nozzle. And no, that was the air nozzle. Let's see. Now the fluid nozzle. Okay, ice again. Dried paint is a good glue, or dried finish, whatever it is. Okay. Nozzle off. We got the air divider and seal off. Air diffuser and seal off. Okay. Oops. Now we take out the needle. First, the needle spring and fluid adjustment knob. And usually we can just pull the trigger back and pull the needle out. Yeah, that one came out easy. Now the next thing, I think we'll have to use the vise again to take off the fluid screw nut. I think that takes a 5/8. Tool marks on there too, so someone can add it. Yeah, it wasn't too hard. Okay. Got the spring here. Valve spring. Let's see. Spindle valve. Is that going to come out hard or easy? It's fighting me a little. I'll do it this way. There we go. Now the fan adjustment seems to be working pretty good. I usually don't take those out unless they're really gunked up. I usually get them free. Now this spray gun does not look bad. Boy, I get them much worse than this. So we'll just toss it in, clean it up, toss it into the ultrasonic machine, clean it up a bit, and then put it back together and send it back to the customer. Now, all these parts are going to go into the ultrasonic machine. Now the The springs I leave out, and I leave this seal out. Unless this really doesn't need it. And the springs don't need it, and also they can get lost in there. Okay, here's the ultrasonic cleaner. Everything goes in. Turn on the heat. And turn on the probably do that a couple of times. Okay, this spray gun has been cleaned. Now we'll reassemble it. First, we put in the air divider and line it up with that hole on the top right there. And then we put on the air diffuser seal and the air diffuser. Now this little peg here goes through the hole at the top. And that gets all lined up like that. And then we put in the fluid nozzle. It needs to be cranked down pretty well, very well in fact. I'm using a number 13. I do it. Tighten. Okay. Next thing we got this spindle valve. Now, on this one, the longer section goes in first and through the hole up here. Push that in. Then we have the spring, spindle spring. And then we have the fluid screw nut. Screw that in. Tighten it up with a 5/8. And we insert the needle. Put in the needle spring. Then the fluid adjustment knob. And then the air nozzle and the collar. Next we put in this revolving, or I guess this rotating nipple assembly. Tighten it up. with a 3/4 inch. Screw the nipple back in. Tighten that up. Next thing is the cup assembly here. Now, if you recall, this item was missing when we originally got the spray gun. Customer asked me to replace it, but as I said, the problem is we can't get those from Fuji. They don't list it as a part. So I had this used one here, and it should work just fine. It's also 3/4. They need to be tightened quite tight and lined up like that. And we can put this pressure tube on here. Unfortunately, I have it on backwards, but I can turn it around. Usually when we put these pressure tubes on, we like to put the shorter end towards the spray gun and the larger piece of plastic towards the cup. But it doesn't really matter because you can change the one-way valve around. They're always a pain to get on. Got to get it past the second bump here on the nipple so it will stay. And they're really hard to get off if you have to get them off. Either with a little heat or cut them off. But it's difficult. Now this seems to be out of alignment here. Let me loosen it up. Okay. And we'll put a little water in here for testing. Okay, let's test it.